Warren Buffett has said it once. Do not save what is left after spending. Instead, spend what is left after saving. 5 money tricks that save tons of money fast. Number 5. Treat your credit card the right way. There is no problem with using your credit card if you're simply buying necessities and have the means to pay off the balance at the end of each month. But don't be fooled into thinking it's for free. Spending sprees on a credit card are huge mistakes. Making a purchase that is even slightly expensive using your credit card because you cannot afford it is also not an option. Look at your credit card as a tool to show banking institutions and home sellers that you're financially capable, not as a free pass to buy anything you please. If you cannot afford something and are not sure you'll have the money to pay it off at the end of the month, just let it go. Not to sound too harsh, but the only way to keep your credit card from ruining your finances is to be tight with it. This is not to imply you should squeeze every penny that you have. But when it comes to credit cards, be as cautious as possible. Treating a credit card like easy cash is the fastest way to poverty. Number 4. Be a smart shopper. One of the most obvious but overlooked ways to save money is to be a savvy shopper at the supermarket. Many people don't realize that they are spending hundreds of dollars more in groceries a month compared to those who know how to shop wisely. To reduce your grocery bill, you must first choose generic or store brands. In blind tasting tests, store brands are as good as name brands 90% of the time. And in many wholesale stores, the store or generic brand can be more popular than the branded counterpart, simply because it's just as great or sometimes even better. Even if we all have our own favorite brands whenever we want to indulge, we should keep these preferences to a minimum. Because in all honesty, when it comes to necessities and basic needs, name brands don't really make much difference. Another strategy to lower your grocery bill is to browse and shop around. Don't limit yourself to a single grocery store. Do comparison checks on prices at several supermarkets within your area. One may offer cheaper fresh meat, while another may have ongoing discounts on selected kitchen staples. Make sure to not just look for the cheapest item, but also to consider its expiry date. Some may be selling for huge discounts, only to find out they are expiring in a day or two. If you overlook this, you might end up throwing the product and might need to make a second trip to the grocery store, which will defeat the purpose of saving money in the first place. Don't forget to create a list and do your best in sticking to it. You'll be surprised at how a few cents or dollars saved here and there can add up to each time you shop. And before you know it, you have an extra $100 saved that you can set aside for your investments. Number 3. Home cooking will save you a ton of money. Brush up your cooking skills. Discover new recipes, even if you already know the basics of cooking. If you know what it takes to make a great dish, you can use inexpensive fresh ingredients and come up with an amazing meal from scratch. You'll also learn to explore a more affordable substitute for a pricey ingredient. Moreover, home-cooked food is healthier, fresher, and provides more personal satisfaction than fast food meals. If you don't think you have the time and energy for cooking, learn how to plan and prepare your ingredients in advance. Doing a meal plan for the coming week is a good place to start. You don't need to cook the fanciest dish every time. Remember, your goal here is to save money and not to impress anyone with your cooking. Number 2. Do it on your own. Learning to fix things by yourself is another excellent way to save money. If you have no idea how to maintain and fix your car, begin to learn how to do it, so that you won't have to take it to the repair shop every time the engine won't start. Find out how to unclog your sink without having to hire a plumber. Buy some DIY tools in case any of your appliances breaks down and needs minor repairs. If you're clueless on how to do things, There are thousands of online resources like YouTube tutorials on pretty much everything that needs fixing. Before getting into number 1, kindly hit the like button if you're getting any value from this video. With that said, here is number 1. Create a budget and stick to it. Saving money is not about depriving yourself from a trip to the cinema or a new set of clothes whenever you have some spare cash at the end of the month. Create a budget that covers all of your obligations, your savings and investments, and use the remainder to treat yourself for some fun. But if you want to buy anything that costs more than the remainder and isn't a need, don't do anything reckless like digging into your savings. Just be patient and save enough disposable income until you can afford it. You might need to have some lifestyle modifications when you are just starting to put money aside for savings and investments, because you're used to seeing that percentage of your paycheck as discretionary income. But if you stay the course, you'll be rewarded in the long run for having the discipline to prioritize your savings. Make sure to check out the next video, as you will surely get a ton of value from it. Thanks, and see you again.